And Damien Best is here now with our very first look at sports. Good evening, Damien.
Very good evening to you, Lisa. Of course, we're keeping a keen eye on the weather conditions in Grenada for that fourth ODI. Let's give you the details. Well, West Indies and England will do battle tomorrow in the fourth Colonial Medical Insurance one-day match in Grenada, with the winner taking an unassailable lead. Now, after yesterday's third match was abandoned without a ball being bowled, the series hangs in the balance at 1-1 with 2 games to go. Well, speaking ahead of the contest, West Indies interim head coach Richard Pybus says the squad is building well towards the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2019, but he feels there are still some areas that need polishing.
I think we're very clear on what we need to work on. So, ideally in this series, you want to win every game. We want to win the series. We're clear on that. It doesn't necessarily work out like that in the real world. So, but we know what we need to work on, and we're not really too hung up on the outcomes. I think coming out of the series, being clear, we've got a triangular in Ireland. There'll be a few lads away at the IPL. So I think we'll be. I think we'll have a very strong sense of having been able to assess where we are, what we need to polish up in Ireland, and any key last steps in the UK before the World Cup. I know that the right West Indies combinations with a fully focused side, they can beat anybody on their day. I wasn't there at the World Cup qualifier, so I can't speak to that or those combinations. I know with the group of guys we've got, I think we're pretty confident we could take anybody down on the day.
Well, Pybus also welcomed the inclusion of all-rounder Andrea Russell in the ODI team. A report said Russell is available for selection in the final 2 matches.
It's great having him in the set. Obviously, he's one of a kind. Adds great depth. We've got some great all-rounders in the squad, and that's always lovely because that's competition for spots. So that keeps everybody honest. With the balance we've got on the side, I think we've got. We certainly. We've had some issues in the last couple of years. We need to manage them carefully. But he also, like the situation which Owen's got with the England side, you've got a collection of bowlers, so you're not necessarily hamstrung by only having 5.
Live coverage of that fourth ODI is set for 9:30 a.m. right here on CBC TV 8. Well, while the Grenada leg of the England tour will come to an end tomorrow, the Barbados leg came to an end at the weekend. One of the activities surrounding the cricket was a special luncheon at Hugo's restaurant in Spikestown, where the legendary West Indies opening pair of Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes were the guests of honour. Greenidge and Haynes hammered many a bowling lineup over their careers, including England's, and they both have maintained their interest in Windies cricket since retiring. Haynes, whose name has come up as a possibility for the head coaching job, says he doesn't believe the current team has turned the corner just yet.
I'm very close to a lot of the players. As you know, we've got about 8 guys from the Barbados team in it. I had the opportunity to speak to young Campbell when he was playing in the professional league here for Jamaica. So I get to know a little bit about him as well. And I know the guys, I feel very good to know that we are winning. Unfortunately, I don't think that we have turned the corner yet. I think that the reason why I don't think that we have turned the corner because I'm still very concerned of our depth. I think that if there's 1 or 2 injuries, we're back to square one because the replacement players, I don't think that we've got the depth of players that will be able to replace the present crop.
Well, Greenidge, on the other hand, believes the Test players haven't received their due credit for the recent success.
What I'm disappointed about is that the West Indies team have not been given the credit for what they did in the first 2 Test matches. Anytime you listen to a conversation, it was like it was a luck situation. It was, yes, after leaving Bangladesh, no one perhaps expected that to happen. But I think a lot of credit should go to the guys, in particular after what happened in Bangladesh, that they came and played so well against the top 3 team in the world. Yeah, number 9, they played in top 3, and in the 2 Test matches, first 2 Test matches, within 4 days. So a lot of credit should go to them, but I don't think that that's been given, whether maybe in the Barbados press or even the overseas press.
Good to hear from the legends. Well, an unchanged Barbados Pride squad will travel to Guyana to meet the 4-time defending champions Ghana Jaguars at Providence Stadium in the 9th round of the Windies 4-Day Championship. The Pride will be buoyed by their 8th round performance when they defeated the Windward Volcanoes on Sunday in St. Vincent. While the Jags, who are looking for the 5-peat, have to regroup after losing 2 of their last 3 fixtures, including their last match against Jamaica Scorpions. So that Pride squad reads Shamar Brooks as the captain, Rashidi Boucher, Jonathan Carter, Miguel Cummins, Keon Hardin, Chem Holder, Aaron Jones, Nicholas Curtin, Marquino Minley, Shane Mosley, Shamar Springer, Tevin Walcott, and Jamel Warrican. The Pride Jags fixture is set for February 28th to March 3rd. Well, the first match of the 2019 Barbados Netball Association Division 1 season is in the bag. Playing at the Netball Stadium last night, St. Barnabas A crushed the St. Barnabas B team by a whopping 35 goals. Let's watch. Opening fixture, St. Barnabas A versus St. Barnabas B in the Blue Bibs. Shanice Banfield with the one-handed grab measures and finishes, made 5 of 16 attempts. Well, the first quarter was lopsided, 15-5 in favor of the A team. Goalkeeper called for contact here and penalty pass or shoot. Trishan Dean says, I'll have a go, nothing but net. Led the way with 36 goals from 44 attempts. Well, the speed and spacing in the midcourt was paying dividends for the A squad. Dean again finds her spot, and that's money in the bank. Not to be left out, goal attack, Brianna Holder on the link-up with the center contact called against Tricia Phillips. That's close enough. Easy pickings. The A team leading 29-10 at halftime. Then this low pass from Holder has precise coordinates. Dean delightful from the right of the pole. As the game progressed, the A side began to flex their superiority, up by as much as 36 goals, 48-12. Phillips too late trying to intercept. Dean delivers. The final quarter was just to polish off the effort, getting some assistance from the rim at 3.5 feet from the goal. Well, the B team, they managed to hit a few parting shots, but the night belonged to the St. Barnabas A squad as they win 54-19. Sobers House has dethroned Walcott House at the Leicester Vaughan Athletics meet, which was held at the National Stadium today. Sobers were 61 points clear of Walcott, 1,293 to 1,232. Gill was third, followed by Adams, Barrow, and Prescott. The victor Durham was Zaki Clark of Gill House with 117 points, while the victrix was Legina Colucci of Walcott with 123. CBC's Sean Green was there for some of the 400-meter action.
We are starting with the junior girls of the 400 meters. A slow start to this event. No one really taking charge from early. All kept a steady, even pace throughout most of the race, even down to the last 100 meters. But keep your eyes on lane number 8 to your left. In the yellow of Barrow, looks like Sierra King making a dash for the cash. But could she hold on to her lead? I believe she can, and she does, in a time of 1 minute 10.18 seconds. This is the boys under 13, the first formers. A slightly quicker pace to this one with a full field of 8. Okay, I'm getting impatient, so let's move to the latter half of this one. And this is what I like to see, a ding-dong battle for the money between Connie Blackman and Jaden Howell, tooth and nail to the finish. And Blackman was the man with the stronger drive in the end, taking the event in 107.94. Division 3 girls was an easy assignment for the young lady in the bright orange. I'm talking about Rashida Barrow of Walcott. And her performance so far was just as bright and brilliant as her shirt. Barrow was all alone, coming home to win the event in the Division 3 girls with ease. This is the Division 2 boys with one lap around the track for all to see. No problems with the start. And already Savian Hoyt of Walcott House issued an early warning to the rest of the field, getting ahead of the pack, and was hoping to stay there and hoping that no one would challenge him to the end, and no one actually did. That's Hoyt coming home to take this one ahead of the field. The big girls of the school over 400 meters, the senior girls for this race. The real competition, though, would come down to two girls. These two girls, Legina Colucci, draped in orange. She's in Walcott House. And Shamilia O'Dane, who actually represented the Allen School last year, now at Leicester Vaughan. Colucci in orange, holding her own, trying her best to hold off O'Dane. But O'Dane taking out Colucci. O'Dane taking this event in 58.34 seconds. Under 20 boys with all 5 houses represented. Prescott, Barrow, Adams, Walcott, Gill, and 2 from Sobers, a field of 7 in total in this race. And already we can see the cream rising to the top. Shem Williams of Sobers and Jaden Callender of Adams House. That's red versus blue. Callender in the red, Williams in the blue. And this one is tight, 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 down to the wire. But to the victor goes the spoils, and Callender will take the honors in 51 seconds flat ahead of Williams. Sean Green, Cbc Sports.
Well, thanks so much, Sean. The Barbados gymnastics team recently returned from competing in the United States, where most members of the squad received medals and recorded personal best performances. Again, Sean Green has more.
The Barbados gymnastics team of 20 recently returned home from Orlando, Florida, after taking part in 2 competitions, the President's Classic and the Magical Classic. And head coach Alison Jackson was very upbeat about the overall performances.
Well, in terms of medals, that would have been Kayla Kiernan. She's our oldest gymnast on the team, and she competed in the Excel Platinum program. But there were a lot of personal bests over the weekend. Our highest level gymnast, Erin, competed a lot of new skills for the very first time in front of the judges. So even though sometimes you don't actually medal, there are personal successes within each competition. So you have to look at everything on the whole. So I can't really single out one kid because a lot of them had some personal bests this time around, even if it did not involve receiving a medal.
Jackson added that she thinks the local interest is growing, and that's good for the sport and the island.
I think the interest in gymnastics is definitely rising every year, and Olympic years help indeed. And I think a lot of people still don't know that this is even happening. So we do have a gym, we do train kids from 18 months to adults. And there's a lot of natural ability for this sport in Barbados, so we hope that more kids come out.
Next on the agenda is the local competition, which also sees entries from the region, and that will be in the month of April. Sean Green, Cbc Sports.